People always ask how I balance my family life with 400 shows a year. I'm just doing what I love with the people I love. It's my magic life.
I like Wes Iseli. I like everything about him.
All right, we're live. It's just Natalie and I this week. We're recording live. It's weird. It's just Natalie and I on here, but we're gonna do the best we can.
First time we've done video, just me and you.
It's weird. I'm used to looking at Natalie and talking to her. Now I'm looking at the camera. It's just weird. We'll get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
So why are we doing video as well as audio now? The majority of our listeners are audio, so why even do video?
Because you wanted a cool little ring light. That's all it is.
Got a cool little ring light behind the camera. But no, there's so many reasons. Number one, I do a clip show where I pull out clips, and instead of just a picture and audio going up and down on it, to see people talk, it just looks different, sounds different, and to me, it's more fun. For me to watch the videos and edit the videos, it's more to look at. Number two, we're doing pretty good on YouTube, putting them up on YouTube. People are getting views on that. Nowhere near the downloads and listens on the podcast, but whatever. And the third reason,
It'll get there. It just takes some time to
yeah, I mean,
back.
people don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the third thing is that there's a company called Red Coral that we have our television show, Wes Iseli's Magiclife, the television show. It's on Hub TV. It's on Nudu. It's on, Stripes and Tribe, and a new company is called Red Coral. And Red Coral is in negotiation right now of buying this television show. Hopefully our footage is a little better tonight. It's been grainy the past couple weeks, so we're trying to update that and fix that as well. But they want to turn the podcast into a television show as well. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll find out.
That's exciting. They'll put commercials on the podcast. We'll get paid for the podcast.
That would be cool.
But I love the podcast. I really do. I get to see people, meet people from all over the world. Obviously, I get jittery and excited when a magician that I've grown up loving comes on here. But, getting to meet some cool people, like Dustin Marks, the gambler guy. I'd never heard of him before in my life. He reached out to us, then we started researching him. I'm like, man, this is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was fun. Never would have talked to him otherwise, except for the podcast.
And then Natalie and I have little inside jokes we tell each other. We were at a casino this weekend. We're like, man, where's Dustin when you need him?
Dude, I looked up at the ceiling, and it was just, the times have changed. There was like a camera every 2 feet. Like it was everywhere.
It was crazy.
Everywhere.
It was crazy.
Along where the games are and the walking paths everywhere. I'm like, holy night.
Do you remember when you were little and you went to like J.C. Penney's or Belk or something? I don't know if you had those where you grew up.
Yeah.
I guess you did.
J.C. Penney, not Belk.
But whatever store it was, Kmart, Walmart, they had the big globe in the middle of the ceiling. But some of them were fake, and some of them only had a camera in one direction. Because it was tinted, you didn't know which way that camera was tinted.
So you wouldn't know if you were on video.
I'm talking about the 80s. But yeah, they only had one camera pointed in one direction. Maybe it rotated, but the chance of you catching something on that camera back then, if you're time traveling, man, you could get some great, colored socks for free. Just go rob them blind because they never catch you.
Well, maybe they thought, give people a little bit paranoia because it's new.
Well, that's what it was. That big globe in the ceiling. Oh, the eye in the sky.
Yeah.
And you don't know
everything you're doing.
But it's just a camera.
Now they have cameras down every single aisle, and it goes ding ding. You're on camera.
Oh, it's so annoying at Walmart. It's so annoying. It's ding ding. You're a suspect now. I'm a shopper.
Right. I'm just getting my set, and it does make you feel weird.
Yeah, I
think so anyway. I'm like, I'm just trying to get makeup remover. It just makes you feel.
It makes you feel like you're the low guy here, and you're the customer.
Right.
They're treating customers badly, I think.
Well.
Yeah, and I'm sure makeup is the main thing that's stolen.
And you still see makeup out and ruined, and fingernail polish,
And
half used.
every poster has lipstick on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, how come they didn't catch that?
Right.
And yet I'm going down there all innocent, never stolen a thing in my life, and like, just want this. I'm putting it in the cart. Like,
Don't get me started about. I love Walmart. Walmart has been good to me in my career. I did my 24-hour show at Walmart for 10 years. I love Walmart. I'm a Walmart shopper. Black Friday deals. I was always at Walmart. What a redneck kid I am, I guess. I don't know. But they got the lady checking you at the door now with receipts, and that's hit and miss.
they had that today, but she apparently went on a break before I went
Right.
out. And I was like, oh, good.
Right. It doesn't even matter.
No.
And then my brother, he was out at Walmart the other night when I called him. He said, I'm at Walmart. It's 10 minutes to close, and you have to go through the self-checkout. There's not a single register open, and the self-checkout is 40 people deep.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah. It was today when I went, they had 3 registers open of all the ones that were open. 3 registers open. There was a line going out the self-checkout. Luckily, everybody like took the first 2, so I got to the last one. I walked all the way down to the last one that was open, and I only had to wait behind 1 person. But I mean, 3 out of 20 bajillion that they have.
And then another big complaint I have, and I love Walmart, but another big complaint is since pandemic, they're not open 24 hours anymore.
Right.
All right, so think about it. We just had we have newborn twins. They're 2 years old now, 2.5. But if they need medicine in the middle of the night, you always had that. You can go to Walmart in the middle of the night.
Not anymore.
Don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
When
I was making
entertainers, guess what? We're getting off the show at 11 o'clock at night, packing it up.
Yeah,
Well, we'll stop at Walmart on the way home. No, we can't.
Yeah.
It's not cool.
No, there's not much to do after. Yeah, no, you can't go there. And I would when I make pumpkin bread for everybody at Christmas, I wouldn't worry so much. Like, oh, you ran out of spice. Well, it's just right up the road. It's after, what is it? They close at 11, right?
Yeah.
If I'm making it after 11, I'm just out of luck.
But our old house, we were like a mile away from a Walmart.
It took like 3 minutes.
We could see the glow in our backyard. It was
Yeah.
right behind us.
But even here, it's not that far. It's only 20 minutes.
20 minutes. But I have a list of stuff here to talk about today, and Walmart is not one of these.
I know,
How
right?
did we get onto Walmart?
The cameras, the eye in the sky, and then
Dustin,
you went to, yep.
Dustin Marks.
Mhm.
All right, so
Yeah.
there you go. Anyway, I just want to start things off today by saying thank you guys, everybody that's subscribed on Patreon. I have been working really hard to try to upload videos and overpromise. I said I'd teach you guys a magic trick once a month or every couple weeks. I'm doing a magic trick tutorial every single week. Behind the scene videos, blooper videos, my Magiclife television show. You guys, Patreon customers, you're getting a Magiclife episode every single week. You don't have to tune into Ray Coral and Stripes and Tribe and all that. You get it as a patron. I just give it to you. You can click that button anytime you want. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I don't know what else to say, but it's pretty cool that I have this whole bunch of people that support us and comment on our videos and like our videos. And when we do the extras, you guys wouldn't know it if you're not a patron, but Mayor Yedit came on last week and did an extra for us.
Yeah, it was really cool. I liked it. I thought that was neat.
Because we have the video aspect now, he's like, well, is that on video? I said, yeah, that could be 100% video. He said, okay. I said, what are you going to show me? Just turn the camera on and let's go. Yes, sir. Let's go. And he
didn't want to ruin that. He wanted your honest reaction.
It was an honest surprise.
It was really cool. It was really cool.
He had
But we can't. No, you can't. We can't tell you what it is. That's special.
Can I tell him what it is?
No.
I can't tell him anything?
No.
Dude, it's awesome. It's awesome.
That is special. That's the whole reason. It's for the Patreon.
Well, all right. Check out Patreon.
Yeah.
Patreon patreon.com/Wes_Iseli to get all that stuff. Mayor Yedit did it. Doc Dixon gave us some tips and tricks on how to make your act more funny if you're a magician. We've talked to like the fitness guy gave us some tips and tricks. What was his? Do you remember what his was?
No. But you give it all away, they're not going to need to know.
Anyway, everybody comes on and gets a little extra. It's awesome. It's awesome. Thank you guys for supporting it. And if you're not, try it out for 1 month. It's $5 a month, and you can try it for 1 month and quit if you don't like it. But I think you're gonna like it. I have a whole list of notes here.
Okay.
Let's see. Flip. My magic trick flip. It was a surprise. It was a double secret surprise. I told my friend, Mr. Potato Head.
Double secret surprise?
I told my friend, Mr. Potato Head, I said, you got to go check out this video. You can't tell me? I said, no, I'm not allowed to tell anybody. And he said, it's a double secret surprise. I said, yeah, kind of. So, but the video was already out, so I could tell him at that point.
What was it? What is a double secret surprise?
I think he's just being silly.
Oh.
Double secret surprise. Don't tell anybody.
Like it's an extra secretive thing?
Yeah.
I thought
it's
you
a
meant
double
you had
secret.
two secrets.
Nope.
I didn't get it.
No,
okay.
no, double
I was
secret.
like, I only know one
Keep it,
secret.
keep it.
What are you keeping from me?
Keep it buried twice. I don't know. But
Because you talk too much.
my magic trick flip just won download of the year. Now they gave me a email blast a couple weeks ago that said it won coin trick of the year. I don't know. The sales are amazing. So I don't know number wise. It's been number 3 in the top 10 list since it came out in September. It's been riding number
one
3
quite a while after it came out.
Yeah. So I don't know. But anyway, it won download of the year. And they did penguinmagic.com did a kind of like a red carpet thing. What is it called? Like an award show. That's what it was. And they talked about all the nominees and they showed you clips from the trailer of their nominees. And then they had a magician open the envelope and announce the winner. And then the winners got to go on and give an acceptance speech. I got in trouble for my acceptance speech, but we'll get into that in a second.
Fine, don't worry about it.
But
don't bring it up.
But anyway, so I filmed it. I'm not trying to make you mad. We filmed a video, and I thanked everybody at Penguin for filming it. I thanked Penn and Teller, and thanked everybody for voting for me. I thought I did great. And then Natalie said I didn't thank her. So
he thanks everybody for all the support they gave him.
My video was like 4 minutes long already for an acceptance speech.
Not me.
They probably
takes 2 seconds to say thank you to my wonderful wife for all her wonderful support.
But they'll play me off.
Gave you more support than Penn and Teller did, and yet they get a big thank you, and it would took more than 2 seconds.
I love you.
Oh,
everybody here. I want to thank my wife, Natalie Isley.
Yeah.
She's been there through thick and thin.
Exactly.
Hey, listen.
See
Yeah.
I support him all the way.
I would not.
I get nothing.
I wouldn't have got to Vegas if it wasn't for her help. She's the one that even had the passport. She had the tickets. She told me what elevator to get into. I wouldn't have been able to get there without her.
And yet, not a mention. Not even tiny mention.
Well, it wasn't really an award show. It was just a thing on the internet.
Oh, now you're going to downplay it. Bull.
Anyway, I love my wife. If you guys don't know that at this point, go back and listen to the episodes of me in the hallway talking about her dying in the hospital, how much I love her. I devoted episodes to the love and affection for my wife. Hey, let's move to the next subject.
You forgot me when it mattered.
Hey, we were talking about Penn and Teller.
Yeah, Penn and Teller, who got mentioned in a thank you speech.
Penn and Teller. Teller.
He has known for more than a couple years, and yet, just saying, it hurt my heart a little bit.
Teller. Okay, Teller directed a play called The Tempest with another guy who I don't even know his name, so I can't credit him.
No.
I got the brochure downstairs. But anyway, we got tickets to the show. I'm like, Natalie, we got to go see it. Support Teller. It's got magic in the play. My knowledge of Shakespeare would fit in a thimble. How about you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I learned bits and pieces in school, but I was never big on Shakespeare. And so I went into it kind of like, I don't know, we'll see.
And me, I just knew that there was a magician in the play. So I thought maybe one of the smaller characters was a magician. I didn't realize it was.
No, they did really cool
97% magic.
Yeah, they had a lot of magic tricks and just made it, for me, it made it come to life more. And it made it really, I liked it. Yeah, I'm not a big William Shakespeare fan, but I liked it. I liked that a lot. It was really neat. I love how they incorporated all that magic and just made it a lot more interesting.
Well, and here's the thing.
A lot more fun, and I don't know.
And there was times in the audience that people snickered around us, and we're like, what the heck did we just miss?
I know.
What did we miss?
That old English sometimes when they're talking really fast, I'm like, I get the gist, but I don't get everything. And
well,
I
Natalie
know,
and I are
feel
just looking at
stupid.
We're just looking, we're taking it all in. They had a cool band on the second floor that was playing like
Yeah.
the entire time.
Yeah.
They had this wraparound set that stuff was going on all over it. But there was a couple times where the audience kind of
Yeah, they got it.
got vocal, and we were just, we had no idea.
That's so sad. But when you're reading it, you can slow down and read it and figure out what it means with all the these and nows and all the old English stuff. But when they're talking it and they're just going at a regular pace or a little fast or whatever, there are parts that just went whoosh, but at the gist.
Yeah.
I know what the play was about. I know how it ended. I know how everything went and all. I got it. But there's just some small parts where the talking, I just like, whoa, wait, what? Rewind, but you can't rewind a live play. So
the first illusion, I wish I could rewound, because both of us had a different idea of how it was done, and both of our ideas are plausible and would work.
Yeah.
But a dude drowned in the first 60 seconds of the play.
Yeah, they did a really good job.
And it was like,
they did a
was
really
cool.
good job. Yeah, that was really neat the way they did it.
And we were like, man, I wish I could rewind, didn't see that.
I know, right?
But there was a ghost in the play, and the ghost, his name is Nate. I can't think of his last name. I will put it
His real name. His real name.
His real name is Nate. I will put it in the Facebook podcast group, because I need to send links of all that to there, because you guys need to see the trailer for that. You need to see Nate. But Nate did card manipulation. Nate did cards throwing out the audience. Nate did some really cool magic. And because he was a ghost, it was kind of like the Matt King thing where things were floating, but he was just holding it there. And that was cute as well. But that was like deeper in your head. You had to get it.
Yeah.
But then he did real magic as well. And Nate was a standout act for me. I told Teller that I loved it so much. And he's like, yeah, that's why Nate keeps reoccurring in that role. And this is his 5th run in the theater.
Amazing in it. Yeah.
It was awesome.
Just adding the magic to it was just.
I was drawn to him when he wasn't center stage, when he was off stage, just sitting in the wings.
He wasn't sitting in the wings.
No,
but he was off to the sides. He was still he was supposed to.
He was on stage,
but it was just background. He was a background character at that point. But yeah.
Were you drawn to look at him at certain points? Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was awesome. He was awesome.
Because he did really, yeah. It was fun. He brought it to life.
But he wasn't the magician. He's a magician in real life, but he wasn't the magician. The main character is the magician of the play. Yeah, I mean, there was a levitation.
Happen, yeah.
There was a levitation. There was a drowning. There was card manipulation.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff. It was really cool.
It was awesome. Not what I expected at all. I was thinking to go to Shakespeare. I told Natalie, I said, we need to be educated a little bit. We need some education. It would do us some good.
Yeah.
Are you hurting right now?
A little bit. I'm fine.
So we're the end of January. Natalie called 2 weeks before Christmas and said, hey, no, I'm gonna get into it. They can see you on the video. They can look at this and see you jittering and your facial expression.
I had extra caffeine.
No, you're hurting. I can tell. But we called 2 weeks prior and said, hey, she needs more medicine. She needs to be seen. Oh, we'll set her up for an appointment, but it might be after the holidays. We'll wait 2 weeks, wait for a phone call.
Did a referral.
She called yesterday.
I called on Friday.
Yeah, and they said they can't do anything because it's Friday. Well, that's 3 weeks into January now. So that's 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And they said, well, the referral's sitting here waiting to be signed.
Yeah. So they said I get a call back on Monday. I didn't get a call on Monday. So I called today and they were like, I see the referral right here. The doctor just has to sign it. I was like, whoa, wait, what? This was a couple of weeks before Christmas. This was a month and a half ago that y'all said you're going to send the referral. And I was calling to get the name and number of the referral so I could start bugging them because I hadn't heard from them. And so, yeah, they never sent in the referral. Somebody along the line dropped the ball. And then, but they prescribed me medication to help because it's my chest that's hurting. But don't worry, it's not my heart. They ruled all that out. But I ran out of medicine.
Look at her shaking.
Sorry. I ran out of medicine and, it was 30 pills that you can take 2 every 6 hours as needed. It was only 30 pills and it's been a month and a half. I would only take it if I really, really needed it. And I'm out.
But something's happened recently to make it go up.
I don't
More
know.
pain.
I think it's because I'm doing more. because I felt better. So I felt better. I wasn't hurting as much. So I just started doing more, I guess. More keeping up with just things in life and cleaning and all the stuff. And lifting the boys more and playing with the boys more and just doing more. And it hurts. And
her health coach thinks it's scar tissue. They checked her heart. They checked it. People were saying it's acid reflux. She had the tube go down her throat several times during different operations. Well, that could have done something. But now they're thinking it's scar tissue.
Yeah, because what I'm experiencing doesn't sound anything like acid reflux.
Anyway, that's not what I talk about either. Yeah, I got a whole list of stuff here.
You shouldn't have brought it up.
Arlington Draft House.
It is what it is. All will be fine.
Arlington Draft House.
Yeah.
This was the first time you got to go there?
No, this was the second time.
Second time, okay.
We were there and when were we there?
I don't know. I was there by myself when you were in the hospital.
Was it November?
Sounds right. I don't know.
I don't know. It was sometime in the fall. It was when I was back doing shows, and I was regularly back in shows. I didn't just show up there because he had illusions in it. Because I did that for a couple of shows before I was back on.
I remember we did Minicube, and I had to take it all the way to that back parking lot. I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that was the first time. But then this time it was, what was it?
A couple weeks ago.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Yeah. And so all the schools had out, and people have off of work. And so they scheduled us to do another show. And we did a magic class at that time.
And we sold VIP tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It did not sell out, but it was really close.
It was really close. I mean, there was only a little bit that wasn't.
And if you heard us talk about the Arlington Draft House before, it's hard to load in because there's a big step up getting into the place. And parking is just horrible because you got to take it 4 blocks down the road.
Yeah, we parked all the way down in a parking lot that's probably a block or 2 down. So this time,
and the asphalt's bumpy, so it's not easy to carry stuff.
This time though, they saved us a spot right there at the entrance, the back entrance where you load into the theater, which was awesome, so nice. So this time we only had to go up the step, so it was much better than having to walk 2 blocks and then go up the step.
And magic classes was
good.
Amazing.
Yes, they did great with magic classes. They really sold that. Ow.
And it was all ages. Like I bill it. It's all ages.
Yeah. Yeah. And all ages took it. There was,
Yeah.
I think there was more adults than kids at the magic class, in all honesty.
And it's for everybody.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a good day. So I think they were pleased and we were pleased. And
are they booking again for summer?
Yeah. We are booked for June. And then I think he wants to do maybe November.
Okay.
He hasn't given me dates for that. But yeah, we are booked for June.
Yeah.
Sometime in June.
Dude, I love it. I love it. It feels like a Vegas venue. Yeah. I just wish.
It's great atmosphere.
I love it.
It's a smaller stage, so we only do an hour-long show with just a couple illusions because that's all we can fit. But that's okay because the atmosphere is awesome. They always have great audiences that are just really ready to watch a magic show and get into it and participate and just, I don't know. It's a good time.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's awesome. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it, but it's awesome.
And the guy that runs the place is really nice. That makes a huge difference too. You could have the best place ever and a good show, but if the guy or the person that's running the place is a jerk, it kind of brings it down a few notches. This guy's really nice.
And his mom's really sweet too.
She is. She is really sweet.
I tried to get him to come on. I asked him to be a guest on the podcast because they have huge stand-up comedians come in there and big acts from all over come in there all the time.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, we'll see.
Oh.
And he didn't sound too excited.
No, that's okay.
All right. Whatever. I'm just helping you out, man. But we also had 2 funerals in the past 2 weeks to go to.
I know.
And both of them, some funerals hurt your heart worse than others. Both these this past 2 weeks were hard, not cool. Some of them are a friend of a friend or you're going for somebody else, but these 2.
We really knew them.
Yeah, and we really loved them. Yeah. The first one was Mary Lou. If you listen to our podcast, like podcast 1 or podcast 2, we talk about how we met and that Mary Lou was there the night that I got engaged to Natalie. And she
Yeah.
was a big part of that. And she's a magician friend of mine's wife, and that's what she was when I met her. But she became like a grandma to me and to my kids. And
She was a definite grandma to her kids. They called them Grandpa Ron and Nani, and they acted like grandparents to our kids, which I think is amazing and awesome, and I love it. And we have pictures of her holding all of our kids and sitting on the couch. And I know there's a picture of her and Lana. Lana had a game on her iPad, and I really wanted to know how to play it. So we have a picture of Lana and Mary Lou sitting there playing on the iPad together. And it's just, you couldn't, I've never met anybody sweeter in my life. And stuck to her guns and had her beliefs, which I agree with, by the way. But even if you didn't agree with, guess what? She was still going to love you. And kindest person you'll ever know. I don't think there's one person that she ever met that could say, meeting Mary Lou, it didn't really improve my life. I think every single person she probably ever met, she brought a smile to their face, and there's something positive they got out of meeting her, even if it was just for a few minutes.
she was like 90. How old was she when she passed?
I think she was 93.
93 years old.
Yeah.
And I told her, there's Uber Eats, or they can bring your groceries to your house now. She lives in an apartment close.
Mm-hmm.
There's delivery services for older couples. No, because she wants to be a witness to the baggers and the checkout people at the grocery store,
Yeah.
and she wants to meet them and talk to them and be an inspiration to them. I mean, that's just this sweet old lady coming in and making your day brighter.
I want to be like her when I grow up. Tell you what, I mean, she was 93, but she didn't act 93.
No, not at all. That's what was weird about it,
yeah.
because she did not seem like grandma.
Yeah, when we first met, I first met them. He knew them long before I knew you. And so when I finally got to meet him, I fell in love with him like right away. But I never, in my wildest dream, would have guessed her age correctly.
Well, also, if I
Never.
tell you I'm going out to dinner with a 80-something and a 90-something, you're like, have fun with the grandparents.
Right?
We laughed our butts off. We
Yes.
always learned something. They were just
She
best friends.
She was
They were
always, she was always up for anything. She was always ready to go. She had energy. She was just, I want to be like her when I grow up.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Anyway, she was awesome. I love her. I miss her. Had dreams about her. First dream I had was the night before the funeral, and she was in the church, and I was like, Natalie, I see her. There she is. Do you see her? She's like, yeah. We walked over to her, and what did she tell me? What did I say? She said,
take care of Ron.
Yeah. Tell me to take care of Ron. So, whew, I was just it was tough. It was a hard one. It was a hard one for us.
It was,
because they were like grandparents to us. They were more than friends. They were family, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that I had just yesterday or the day before that we went to the funeral, high school friend's mom. Doesn't sound like that would be touching or loving or anything, but I got my ear pierced. The safety pin came out of her daughter's bra. They heated it up. She poked it through. I had a Ghostbusters earring I really wanted to wear. They poked it through and did the thing, and they said, you can't wear that. You have to wear the safety one so your ear doesn't whatever. Are you sure it's 100% whatever? And I'm like, no, I just got it at Universal Studios. It's Ghostbusters. I love Ghostbusters. No, you have to wear this ugly little brass looking one for a month. Oh man. And then I go put my head in Joyce's lap, and Joyce was my friend's mom. And she would clean my ear every day, and every day I'd go and get love from Joyce. And then as I became more of a magician, Joyce would hire me for the county fair. Now, the county fair where I grew up, Joyce was the president of the county fair. So not only did I do shows, but I ran a tent where I sold magic tricks, where I could make a crazy amount of money because I was a vendor there selling glow sticks and Svengali decks and fart bombs and stink bombs and stuff,
novelty
items for all the little kids. And boy, they just, because the kid goes to a fair, moms give them $20. They can't go home with 5 left. They have to spend all 20.
Yeah.
So I did really good at county fairs. Thank you, Joyce. And then she also got me on the stage every single year, multiple times a year. Not only that, was she just a fan of mine. Her daughter told me that she loved me, and she always talked about me and how proud she was of me. But she hired us to do our illusion show in our high school, my old high school that I was in drama in school and show choir and chorus class. And we did that show a couple of times. And just because of Joyce, we got in there.
Yeah.
She was awesome. And her funeral, let me tell you.
No, standing room only.
I've never seen a funeral where they were actually saying just wait in the hall.
Yeah.
Because there's no room left.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't do that. I was there to witness everything and see everything. So we kind of squeezed in and just stood against the wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we got stuck between tractors on back roads on the way.
Yeah, the funeral was an hour and a half from us, and we got stuck behind 2 different tractors.
Yeah.
So we were 15 minutes late.
Darn it.
Yeah.
But we got to see most of it. We were there for most of it.
They said we missed a song at the beginning. That's all we missed.
Yeah.
But they said it was awesome.
Right. Yeah.
So anyway, that was gloom and doom. What is up with this podcast today? Let's see. What else do I have? We went on a date night.
Yeah.
So a date night we had a few weeks ago was to go see The Tempest.
Mm-hmm.
We had a date night
A couple nights ago.
There you go.
And we were gifted tickets to see a magic show, but it was at Charlestown Races in West Virginia. So we decided to leave early so that we could do a little gambling. Not much. We're not big gamblers. We just like to have a little fun and see the horse races, get dinner, see the magic show. So we got there. We threw money at just a little bit in a couple machines.
And we usually don't do that. We went to Vegas our first time. What did we spend? $40 the whole week?
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, we were there. Yeah. We like to take in the shows, and here in Vegas you go visit hotels, which is weird, but that's what you do. And yeah, we didn't do much gambling. We're not big on gambling because you know how you're gonna lose. There's not very many people that win big.
Right.
So I mean you're gonna lose.
Unless you're a card counter or David Marks,
right.
Dustin Marks that can do that.
Right. But we're not.
I'm bad at math. It doesn't work for me.
Just, we had fun with it and just spent a little bit, not much. And then we went to the races.
All right, wait. Let's slow down a little bit. I have a system for roulette.
Oh, Lordy.
So I told Natalie, it's worked before, it works. It just increases your odds a little bit. That's all it does.
You still lose.
She did.
You did.
She did.
You did.
So
too.
anyway, we sat down at a machine.
Yeah.
And it said, and it was a lady up there, and she was just standing there, and you saw the thing spin around, but there was nobody really working.
It wasn't a real roulette machine. It was on a video. And then you're at a screen yourself, and the ladies, and so there's like screens in a semicircle. What was the lady doing?
She didn't do anything.
And then the lady was up there running the computer, and you had like 12 seconds to pick what you were going to bet on. That was it, between little rolls. And you're like, okay, what hit last time? Because your little system, you don't want to go on the same row as what hit last time. And I'm like, I got 2 seconds. And
don't give away my system.
I'm not giving away your system.
All right. So anyway. Erase. I'll have to edit that.
Didn't give away anything.
Anyway, so the lady standing there, she's got a mask on. Nobody else had a mask on in the entire place, but that lady did.
That's okay.
I don't care about that. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't speak. She didn't say hi to us. She didn't say, hey, can we help you?
We were
Natalie took $20. I took $20. We put it in the machine. Natalie put $5 on a couple different things. Then she put $1 on 13, and 13 hit, and she won nothing. And she still had $20 in her account.
I was like, what?
So wait a second here. Whoa, hey.
Yeah. So it said total minimum bet $10. So I'm like, okay, as long as I have $10 on the board, I'll be okay. $5 here, $5 here, $1 here, that's $11. I've gone over my $10 minimum total bet. No, it has to be $10 each bet that you do, not just for the board. So I should have won a ton of money because I picked 13 and it hit, but no.
You might have won, I think it's $35.
Well, if I had put $10 on it.
Yeah, well. So anyway,
I could have hit big. It's okay.
So then she did my system and she put $10 on two different things and it just went
And I lost.
bloop.
Yep.
And I cashed out and I folded the ticket up, put it in my pocket. Then we walked around and I'm like, well, I'm just going to cash this out. I'm not going to put it in the next machine. We went to a machine. It wouldn't take it.
Nope.
And then I said, well, I'm going to cash it out. Is it because I folded it and I couldn't cash it
everybody
out?
else was holding tickets and theirs were not folded that I saw. Nobody had folded tickets.
It was just the principle of that $20. I could not cash it anywhere. Fast forward to the end of the night, we had to wait in line, 13 people, 15 people deep. Wait in line to cash out. We went to the teller. Here's that $20. It's just the principle. I don't care about $20. And she said, yeah, well, you have to bring that here because there's only one machine in the entire casino that will cash a table ticket. Who knew? That lady with the mask wasn't going to tell me that.
No. But anyway.
That just because I threw money away and we didn't know anything.
Yeah. Well, you're going to get your $20 back at the end of the night. You're not going to leave without getting it. So.
Well, you lost your $20 and it was just.
I lost my $20 playing. I didn't lose it in a ticket that was given back to me. So, but we lost a little bit of money. And then we went to check out the horse races because I like the horse races and I like to bet a couple bucks on the horse just for fun because my system for horse racing that's a cute name. I'm going to pick that one. And sometimes it does well, sometimes it doesn't. So we went over there and they weren't having races until later in the evening. So we decided we'd go have dinner. So we went to have dinner and thought we could have dinner and then catch a horse race and then go to the magic show. Dinner took forever. It took so long that we got to the magic show right before the magic show started. Like seriously, we sat down on our seats and 2 minutes later the magic show started. And it was crazy. It was good, but
we ate junk.
It took
we ate junk.
We did eat junk. It was our night off. We had a cheat day.
But we ordered easy food.
Mm-hmm. Still
took forever.
I mean, the drinks took 20. First, it took like 5 minutes for the guy even to come to the table, like literal 5 minutes. Then it took a good 15 minutes just to get the drinks to the table. Luckily, we ordered everything at once because we had plenty of time to figure out what we wanted before the waiter even got to the table. And he was like, I'm sorry, I'm going to take a little extra time because we're so busy. And I looked around. Mind you, I used to be a waitress. I know busy. If his tables were full, yes. He would have been busy. Because he had
section
8 tables in that section. Yes, if he was full, 8 tables full, yes, he would have been busy. Okay, and whatever. There were only 2 tables in his 8 tables that had people at them. So I don't know why I was busy, but anyway, whatever.
I thought the ketchup was funny. I asked for ketchup and he shook it and he said, and threw it down. I said, there's nothing in that one. Okay. And he gave me another, and he kept shaking them. Yeah, I had to squirt a little bit from each one to get ketchup. Yeah. It was sad. Yeah. And then another waitress came by and grabbed one of my ketchups and she's trying to steal it, but it was empty.
Yeah. Anyway,
they had no ketchup in it. You'd think with all the money that casino makes, they could afford ketchup.
It was good food.
And it wasn't that expensive.
No, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But it took forever.
Yeah.
Forever. And I don't really know why. So anyway, whatever. We got our food. We ate it. We liked it. We couldn't see the horse race before the magic show, so we went straight to the magic show. Magic show was fun.
Who was it?
Justin Williams. Did I get that right?
No, not at all. Say it again.
It was Justin.
Tell everybody. Say it louder. The microphone's there.
Did I not say it right? Then why would you make me say it again?
Say it.
Well, then what's his last name?
I want you to say his name.
You said that wasn't right, so why would I say it again?
Because I want to hear you say it wrong again. Justin Willman.
Sorry, Williams, Willman. It's close enough. Anyway.
Isel Isley. Close
right,
enough.
Exactly. Iseli.
Iseli.
Right.
So what did you think of the show?
It was good.
She asked me, what do you expect? What do you I was like, stand-up comedy type magic.
He does Magic for Humans?
Mm-hmm.
Magic for Humans on TV.
On Netflix.
So he does on Netflix. So he does TV magic.
Which we work for Carbon Arrow.
Yeah. TV magic doesn't always transfer to stage magic. So you got to do different stuff. He did good. It was a good show. It was funny. He's funny. I liked it. It was a good show.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I thought you laughed out loud at some point.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he did a trick, Danny Orleans, that's been on our podcast. I think he said on the air and told me about the trick and told me to buy it. The one with the smiley face emojis and you point to one and
Oh
they disappear.
yeah.
I was
Okay.
trying to remember Danny's name. I said, Orleans. I couldn't remember Danny because
Yeah.
I was so in the middle of that thing. It's Danny's trick. He wanted me to do that trick in my show.
Ah.
But that was Danny Orleans' emoji trick he did in the show.
I mean, that was a good trick, but it's 2 seconds. It doesn't.
Well, yeah.
It doesn't last very
And then
long.
he just blew it off as a joke. You know, everybody, yay! Everybody said, wow. And then, oh, you didn't get it? Well, you did it wrong. And then just
Yeah.
went to the next thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. No, he
he
did.
made it a joke.
He did a good job. It was a good show.
Yeah.
Do you think it was a good show?
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
It was more of something you'd see in a nightclub act, like a comedy club than you would a theater show, though.
Yeah.
I felt like it was more of a comedy club show than a theater show.
Probably. Yeah.
Because and I told my father-in-law, tried to explain it to him. He showed up with a Rubik's Cube. He borrowed a cell phone. He showed up, a couple things that fit in a briefcase, which is great. No big illusions, no assistants, nothing like that. And he did his show like a stand-up comedy act.
Yeah.
But it wasn't mentalism, although he did some mentalism in the show. Mind reading tricks, the zip code thing, I guess. That was memory. That was a memory expert routine.
Yeah.
But the mind reading thing with the cell phone, that's mind reading.
Okay.
But anyway, I told my father-in-law, but he didn't. There was no meat in the show. It was more him. He was the personality. It was personality driven instead of magic driven. And my father-in-law said, yeah, but you did a coin trick in Vegas. I mean, it plays great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not taking that from him. No, I'm just trying to explain the show.
But that's the magic.
That's one trick.
Magic, yeah. Right, but it's. I don't know. No, it was a good show. It was a good show. It wasn't what I would call like, okay, I'm going to go see a magic show and it's going to be magic.
Right.
But it was a magic show.
It was more of something you see in a comedy club.
Yeah, but it was a lot of comedy. Yeah, it was good. It was good.
There was a
I didn't like the seating though, and that has nothing to do with him. That's just the location.
dude. These are just metal chairs.
Yeah.
In a
So
gymnasium.
they have the stage is up a little bit, but then it's just flat all the way to way back, and it's just fold out chairs.
And the stage looks proper. I mean, it's a nice stage, nice lighting, everything.
Yeah, but they just have fold out chairs that they can put away, and you're just flat, like there's no up so that you can see over people or whatever. And then the very, very, very back, they have a little bit of an incline with back seats, but those weren't being sat in.
Do you think they do boxing in there or something? Something
don't
else
know.
in that hard
Possibly.
floor?
Yeah,
concrete
they
floor?
could, but it sucks as far as theater seating goes. And the seats weren't very comfortable.
But boy,
But-
they had Trace Adkins coming up. They had
Comedians and musicians and
big name acts coming in there to sit on those fold out chairs.
Jeff Foxworthy was coming in.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But we had a blast. We had a really good
We
time.
did have a good time.
To say it's a comedy show and not magic show, it was magic, but it was comedy, but it was more comedy. It was more personality driven magic show.
Yeah.
Than a guy hiding behind props, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
But it was a great show. We had a great
Good
time.
job.
We really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we had a good time.
It was like 3 hours from here to get
It
there.
was 2.5, yeah. And then the show lasted almost 2 hours. And then there was one more horse race. We got there in time for one more horse race. So we decided to pick a few horses and see how they did, and they didn't do
They did awful.
well. The one I picked did all right. None of them got in the first 3 spots. None. But the horse he wanted came in so far last. Like, here's all the horses. They all, got through.
I videotaped it.
Boom, boom. Here comes this horse across the finish line. And it was like a full minute and a half later.
I showed it to my father-in-law, and he said he thinks that the jockey just quit when the race was over.
But don't you want your time to count?
You're not the first 3. It doesn't matter. There's no
They
money.
don't keep
There's
record
no
on
money.
the time. just so
not.
that you can be time next time?
Guess not.
Mm.
Because I don't know.
I
I
was taught-
videotaped and I turned it off. And I said, wow, who won? All right, wow. And then clock, cut out. What the heck?
So there's your
Wait.
horse.
And I'm like, nuh-uh. And I pulled the camera back in my pocket and saw it cross the finish line. I mean, it was.
Yeah. I was taught you don't quit. You keep going till you finish. You should have kept going to the finish.
Yeah, on the video, I was like, what do you do? Stop and knit a sweater? Did you get a cheeseburger? Did you stop at McDonald's? What happened?
But the other two didn't win either. So we did 3 horses and we did them to win just a couple bucks. And then we took those 3 horses and did trifecta, which means they come in first, second, and third. Doesn't matter what order. Well, none of them came in first, second, or third. So
I told her we'd have better luck.
Then that is why we only bet a couple bucks. That is why, because more than likely we're gonna lose because we don't read the stats. We don't know the odds. I'm just going, that's a cute name, and picking.
We couldn't even go to the machine and place
is
our bets because we couldn't remember how to do it. The trifecta, the win, play, show, and all that stuff. We couldn't remember how to do it.
Yeah.
So I just found a sweet old lady working the booth, and I'm like, here's money. We like these 3 horses. And then she's like, well, you can do this, and that'll get you $12. You do this, then you do the trifecta, and you get the $12, and you do this. You get the whole purse, or you get half the purse if they win.
$6 for
I was like,
trifecta, and you $6 for.
But you want to box it? You want to box it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. What would you do? All right, thank you.
Yeah.
It didn't matter.
That's
we
what
lost
we did.
anyway.
We did trifecta, which is they come in first, second, and third, and it doesn't matter what order. You can do something, I don't know what it's called, where you figure out first, second, and third, and you have to know this one is going to be first, this one's going to be second, this one's going to be third. You win a lot more money doing that. But yeah.
Or you could bet all 3 of them to show. So win, play, show. At least they came in the top 3.
Yeah. So we just had fun. We watched the last race. It was cold, but we decided to go outside and watch outside. And we stood at the rail right at the finish line. And it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. The last little thing we did, and then we went home.
So that was a good date night.
It was a good date night.
We were exhausted for the next day.
We were exhausted. So we didn't get home till what, 2 a.m?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got home around 2 a.m. And then I had to go, Willow had gotten the boys to bed and everybody to bed. So I had to go steal the monitor from her so she wouldn't have to get up with him in the middle of the night if they woke up. And we had to get up at 9 a.m. because we had to replace our water heater, and my dad was coming over to help, and he was getting here at about 9:30. So we got up bright and early.
And we ate junk the day before, so I think I was off from that.
That doesn't make you feel good.
I think I was off from that.
Yeah.
Plus, it was like misty, rainy, which makes you down
Yeah.
anyway. And then I got a crappy project to do all day long, and that's not good. And then your dad spilled 20 pounds of mud on me, and that didn't make me feel good.
So that's why we needed the water heater replaced, was because our water pump and our well
our well pump,
fell down and was pumping up mud. So then the pressure tank went out in our house. So we had to replace the well pump and the pressure tank. Well, then we started getting dirty water. They said, at first they were like, okay, this could take a couple of days to clear because you messed in the well and got it all swooshed around. So they're okay. So we waited a couple of days. It's still not clear.
Now it could be the pipes in the house. You just got to keep pushing it through.
Right. So it seemed like it was clearing up, and then it seemed like it got worse. And then I ended up in the hospital, and then so we didn't worry about it. And then after all that was over, it's like it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Our kids are taking baths in tea-colored water. There's dirt just on the bottom of the bathtub when you drain the water, and it's like they're not that dirty. And so we called them back, and they came back, and they're like, you need to replace your filter system. I was like, you never told us that. So then we have to call a different company that does that. And so they came in, and we had to get a whole new iron breaker, I think is what they called it. So we get this iron breaker, and we're like, yay, clean water. And then it got dirty again, and you're seeing dirt in the bottom of the tub. So we called those people back, and we're like, I don't understand what's going on. I thought this was supposed to work. maybe it stopped working, maybe something's wrong, blah, blah, blah. So they come back out and they realize that it's the water heater. And we had drained the water heater because, I mean, hello, dirt coming in it, you drain it and get it clean. And they're like, well, and it's old and this, that, and other thing, and things are rusting and falling apart and getting nasty. You might as well just replace it.
This house was built in 2008, so the water heater hasn't been replaced as far as we know.
Yeah. So they said it's getting to, well, it had the date on it too. And they said, so it's getting to its end date. You could do this, that, and the other thing, but you're pretty much slapping a Band-Aid on it. And in a few months, you might just have to get a new one. So we're like, well, instead of throwing money into an old one and then having to buy a new one a few months later, let's just go ahead and replace it. So I asked my dad to help us so we wouldn't have to pay somebody to do it. And when they took the old one out, picked it up and tilted it, all the mud that you can't get out after you drain it, because the drain thing is like this far from the bottom, and it was full of mud on the bottom, and it spilled all over Wes.
It was like baby poop thick mud. It was awful.
It was not good.
And it was
It
heavy.
was kind of funny.
And I'm sitting there screaming, I'm holding it, and he's holding it. And I said, my leg, ah! And he's just chuckling. What? You're not hurt. What? And you just hear it go.
I know. And I'm like, Wes is like, come in here and help us balance it. So I'm at the top of the thing because they tilted it forward. I'm at the top of the thing, holding the top of it. And he's just sitting there going, oh. And I'm going, are we going to move it? Are we going to move it? Are we going to move it? Or are you just going to stand there and get mud all over you? Are we going to move it?
I was shocked. I had good pants on. I had old shoes, but I had good pants on. And it was just
But they just sat there and just went, ooh.
I was in shock.
I'm like, oh, I guess you're not moving it. Because we're not moving it. We're just sitting here listening to it to gurgle out on Wes's foot. So anyway.
And your dad's like, don't you have a squidgy? No, I don't have a squidgy. We use like two rolls of paper towels to clean up that mess.
What's a squidgy?
Squeegee. Did I say it wrong? Squidgy. A squeegee.
What's a squeegee?
I don't. The thing to clean windows or to just scoop it up. It's like the rubber thing you mat it.
Oh yeah, no, we don't have one of those.
No. I said. I
didn't know that was a thing to have at your house.
Your dad said you don't have a squidgy. A squeegee. We're getting close to the end of this podcast.
Anyway, they got it done, and they got it all replaced, which was awesome. But then they came inside and looked at my dishwashers because the people that built this house, who owned it for us, got these drawer dishwashers, and they, last time I ran them, leaked everywhere. So the people who came in and told us that we probably just need to replace the water heater said they probably something clogged. So we had pulled stuff out and looked, and we're like, I don't even know how to open this and get it so that you can see what's clogged.
Friend said it was like a $6,000 dishwasher system.
And
it's wood grain along with our kitchen. It looks great. It's like invisible.
It's very nice. It, 2 drawers, 2 separate dishwashers, and it blends right in with all the cabinets. But if it goes kaput, I'm not spending $6,000 to get another one. I'm just going to get a regular dishwasher. So my dad helped us look at those. He was like, nothing is blocked, but it was dirty. And I didn't know how to take it all apart. So he showed us how to take it all apart. And it had like lime buildup in it too. And dirt dirt in it too. I scraped and scrubbed and did all that stuff. And we ran it. And then I ran those little dishwasher washing tabs in both of them. And I ran a load last night so far. So, yay, I have my dishwasher back.
That's good.
Knock on wood.
So, at our old house, it was like $10 a month for water. And we're like, we have a well here, man. We don't have to pay that bill anymore.
It was more than $10 a month by the time
it ended up being like $18 the year we left. They were charging.
It ended up being like $45 by the time we left because they had like a $30 some sort of fee before you even started actually paying for water.
So whatever it was starting to get expensive at the old house. And we're like, when I paid the bills, it was $10 a month, remember?
Yeah.
When you came to live with me, it was $10 a month. But and we're like, this new house, we got free water. And it's good water. We got a water filtration system. I never enjoyed water before because it's got all those chemicals in it from the water treatment plant.
This water tastes good.
Yeah, and now we've spent $6,000 on this new water filtration system. It's probably over 6,000 at this point,
you
right?
You know what? We have it. New water heater, new iron breaker, new pressure tank, new well pump. I am putting it out there that it's going to be a while before I have to worry about water.
Isn't there a line that goes down into the thing that got pulled and he said that might need to be replaced?
Shut up. We're good.
There was an earthquake in this area 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And they said that might have shook it loose and it fell.
And it just took its time to fall, and then it started falling, and then that messed up the pressure tank because it was trying to get it out.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway.
So finally, about a year after it happened, we have clean water. Now I just have to get all the stains out of everything, the bathtub and sinks and stuff.
I have a shirt that I got in Cancun that I loved. Her dad went from shop to shop to shop to shop to shop to try to find a shirt just like mine because he loved it so much. And it got orange in the wash.
Yeah.
It's like, daggone it.
And that's one of the giveaways was like, okay, this get bad is when your clothes are getting stained brown spots in them. So I actually had to go to the laundromat a few times while in the thick of it because it was dirty water. Yeah. And that was before we got the iron breaker because he used cold water. Cold water.
Yeah. Anyway. So recap, we have a couple minutes left. We had Dustin Marks this month on here talking about gambling. If you haven't heard that was a really fun podcast. And he's invited us to come hike with him in Vegas. In Vegas when we go out there.
Fun.
He did a hiking thing where he had like 52 different hikes, and you get a playing card for each hike you do. So at the end of the year, 52 weeks, you get a deck of hiking playing cards. You build your own deck.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty clever.
Yeah.
We had Brad Williams, who was the fitness trainer, who said that he is on like a keto diet, but Natalie's diet is awesome. I thought it was cool that he like verified your diet and said, no, but that food is nutrient dense. Yeah, that's what we're saying. Yeah.
And he liked it while he was on it. He tried it. He tries everything out. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And he doesn't need to lose weight. He's trying to put weight on for being a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
So, and Mayor Yedit, man, the numbers came in for him. People are downloading that episode like crazy. Everybody's saying how much they like him. People that live on the West Coast that don't know him as well as people on the East Coast are commenting saying that they just love that podcast. They love it. He's a good guy. He's really great.
And it comes across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're loving it. We got some surprises coming up for you guys, but if you haven't checked out the video aspect of it, it's just on my YouTube channel, Wes Iseli's Magiclife. You get the TV episodes, the promos for the television show, and the podcast. So check that out. And I don't know. It sounds like Lana's having trouble with the babies downstairs.
Yeah.
Julian is way cranky today. I think he's got a cold.
Yeah, he had a rough night of sleeping, and then he didn't sleep on that very well, and so he's cranky.
He skipped dinner. He temper tantrumed the entire time through dinner. He didn't have a bite.
Poor guy.
I put one bite in his mouth. He spit it out and just temper tantrumed.
I'm not happy. You better go help him out.
So let's hope we can have a good night's sleep tonight. Terrible twos. They're 2.5. We almost passed it. We're almost past it.
I think he's just got a little bit stuffy. I think that's his issue.
If you can only talk and tell us, we'd fix it. I'd be happy to fix it.
Right.
Golly.
You gotta learn to talk.
Anyway, one more thing left to say.
See you next week.
Check us out online at wesisley.com and patreon.com/Wes_Isley for behind-the-scenes videos, blooper videos, never-before-seen footage, discounts on merchandise, magic trick tutorials, and more. That's Wes Iseli, spelled WESISELI.